Hello and welcome to this Facebook Live, coming to you from the Soccer World Cup Final 2019. 40 nations over 9 days have competed in this purpose-built stadium on the beach in Crete. Only 2 teams are left, only one of them can lift an absolutely massive World Cup. Now, a lot of you, I'm sure, have been following the tournament from the start, but we wanted to give you a taste of maybe what you might have missed along the way, and we thought what better than the quarter-final between the hosts Greece and England.
So, the first of our quarter-finals, England taking the lead with the very first attack of the game when Dean McDonald pushed the ball between the goalkeeper's feet. Couldn't repeat the dose a few minutes later there when he was played in at the far side. England were on fire in the early stages as the Greeks struggled to find a foothold in the game. Slowly but surely though, the Greeks started to find their game and they found England's goalkeeper Joe Mant in a remarkable vein of form. Mant hadn't conceded a goal in the tournament going into this one. Wave after wave of Greek attacks bore down on that England net. And somehow Mant got things in the way. If it wasn't his hands, it would be his legs or his feet. And you started to wonder whether England's goalkeeper was going to have one of those days. Greeks continued to fire everything they could, G'd up by a huge crowd, the vast majority of course supporting the host nation here. England had their moments, McDonald denied by a good piece of goalkeeping there from Aris Zakos in the Greek net. And the Greeks really were throwing everything but the kitchen sink. Penalty here to Greece, surely an equaliser. No, Mant had other ideas, throwing himself to his right and getting both hands to it. A superb bit of goalkeeping by a man in the form of his life. He even had the audacity to try and chip his opposite number. That was one thing that didn't come off for him. And then with time running out in the first half, Stamos found a way to defeat England and their electric heels goalkeeper and take a 1-1 scoreline into the half-time break. Second half, first action, and the Greeks get the lead for the first time. Christotakis getting the touch and turning it right around. How would England respond? A real test for this young England team here against the experienced Greeks. A real test of their character as well as their fitness. The Greeks shooting on sight, and that was Pavlopoulos with a stunning shot that even caught our cameraman out of position. England responded immediately. This time it was Aryan Young going round the goalkeeper. Great composure there from the former Punjab FC player, putting it into the back of the net and bringing England back into contention. One or two glaring misses led England off the hook, and no one was leaving the stadium early here, I can assure you. England had their moments. Dean McDonald busy throughout, hitting the post there, so unlucky after he dug that shot out onto his weaker left foot, denied only by the post. A little more curl, and that would be another England goal. And then Sterling, in the dying embers of the game, produced a stunning finish to tie it up at 3 goals all, and we were looking surely at a shootout. Great finish there from Sterling. The Greeks lost a player for time wasting, and then Thanasai produced the shot of the night. Real power.
So that a real taste of what this Soccer World Cup has offered. Greece beating England 4-3 with a goal in injury time. Pleased to say that we've got Ron Atkinson here, Leisure League ambassador, soccer ambassador. You also did some work with the England team. Ron, what did you make of that match as an advert for this World Cup?
Well, let's start by saying it was easily the best game in the tournament. Brilliant game, couldn't take your eyes off it. Both teams played superb. England start the game excellent, great start, goal in the first minute. To be fair to the host nation, they stuck in it, and you sense that they were going to fight their way back in. But to score right in the stroke of half-time, that was a bit of a killer blow. And then to score again immediately after half-time, you thought England were finished. 4 marks to England, roll the sleeves up, showed a great character, get back to 3-0 with virtually what we think is the last kick of the match. And then Greece get a wonder goal with the last kick of the match. But as in terms of a game, in terms of an advert, for the Leisure League, for the Soccer World Cup, it could not have been a better advert.
And what we saw actually was how important it was to keep all your players on the pitch. I know that that's an important thing to say, but England were down to 5 men for I think at least 3 of the Greece goals.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit unfortunate. Players got sent off, but of course Greece did as well. Greece had players off the field at given times, so that evens itself up to a certain extent. Just unfortunate, the winning goal comes at a time when one of the lads that got sent off, and you know he's got no time to get back on. So, but as a spectacle, and I've been talking to a lot of the England lads, the manager and so forth, and they are, what I liked, they were so gutted at the end. Yeah. It showed they cared and it meant something to them, but they've come over here, they've acquitted themselves brilliantly, and for me, I still haven't seen a better team in the tournament.
Than England?
Than England.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they were my tip after 2 games to win it, so perhaps a bit biased, but in terms of athleticism, discipline, fitness levels, they were superb, but it just wasn't to beat. The irony of it all was, the goalie who hadn't let a goal in prior to the game has probably been the best player on the field. He's had a wonder game and he's let 4 goals in. Yeah.
Well, that result actually meant, of course, that Greece went through rather than England. Would the host, though, make it all the way to the final? Their semi-final opponents were Russia.
Yeah, definitely. The Russians showing their quality in that first half, just ruthless in attack. Like I said, I counted just 8 attacks, and they were ruthless to get 3 goals just off of that, creating really great opportunities with quality.
Well, as we enjoy the highlights, what was another great game, very competitive, made competitive by the quality of Russia in the first half, and the resilience and the determination, the single-mindedness, if you like, of the Greeks in the second. We got back to 3-2, and of course they also missed that penalty. How much of a turning point was that in the game, I wonder? A little more hope a little earlier in the game might have meant an even more exciting finale than the one that we enjoyed. Kevin, I must thank you for your company through this one and your support of the event with me earlier in the tournament as well. Do send our congratulations and thanks to the England boys as well. They've given us some wonderful moments here in Rethymno, and no disgrace on the performance. They took part in one of the games rather of the tournament. Of that there can be no question now.
Yeah, I will do. Thank you again. It's a pleasure, and thank you for having me.
So heartbreak for the host there, losing 3-2 in their semi-final to Russia. It does so mean that they get to play in a bronze medal match, which is taking place behind us at the moment. It's been fantastic here, Ron, especially when the hosts have been in this stadium. It's really been rocking, hasn't it?
Yeah, the atmosphere's been magnificent, and as you say, I'm just hoping that after this playoff or third place playoff game that the fans stay in for the final, because the tournament deserves that. I mean, the Greece fans, they've turned up in their numbers. It's always been a full house when they're in. From their point of view, I think the ideal final for them would have been last night against England. You know, it certainly would have been for us, but you know, full marks. I think that was their final, to be fair. They're probably by the look of them, one of the oldest sides in the tournament, and I think they gave so much against England that ultimately told against what you expect from a fit-looking Russian team.
What do you make of the Russian side? Because we've seen some good football from them, haven't we?
We've seen some good football. There were a lot of people's fancies early on. I actually thought they were a bit lucky to go through against Hungary. All right, you went to the shootout at the end, but you know, they were strong-minded. They stayed in there, and you know, it'll be a hard call for the final tonight, because Poland are a very resolute, determined, organised side. So I think it could be anybody's match tonight.
Have you got the theme tune in your head yet, Ron? Every time a goal goes in, is that song in your head yet? Because I've had to stop him having to sing while he's been up here. Any excuse with a microphone in front of you?
Say no more. No, the whole atmosphere has been great. You know, they wind the crowd up. The only thing that hasn't happened in the tournament, and I've seen, is I haven't seen a Mexican wave.
No.
I haven't, particularly when the Mexicans were here. I fully expected that. Not that I'm sorry, by the way. It's not something I'll savour, but you know, as I say, every game virtually, and a great idea letting the kids loved it because they could stay off school.
Yeah.
They've come in.
Yeah.
They've enjoyed it. The whole thing for me, honestly, has been an absolute success, and I just hope the final is worthy of what the tournament's been. Well,
you're going to be our summariser for the final, Ron, aren't you? So thank you very much for speaking to us. We'll have to let you go now, because he has to race off down to the commentary area, where he might have a song or two later. Who knows if you listen in. So Russia, one of the finalists, the other semi-final between Moldova and Poland.
And here we go, the ball down the left-hand side. It's swept towards the goal. The goalkeeper, though, manages to make the save. Now it's played in by Moldova. Again, a good save as Poland come forward again. And there's the shot. Oh, would you believe it? The shot was cleared, and now a chance for Moldova to come forward. Poland again now, big kick upfield. Headed just wide, a very unlucky that by Kucharski. Coming forward now, the shot, brilliantly saved there, super save. Here it is from behind, you can see there the keeper's reaction. Now coming across, and a great header. That's the first goal. Minoki, the man scoring it. 10 minutes gone. It's 1-0 to Poland. Ball now forward again. Shot there, but the keeper's down to it. And Poland really trying to fire home the advantage as they come away again. Is this going to be a second goal? No. They lead 1-0 at the moment. And the ball, headed away in the end. Another escape. Still in this game. Moldova, as long as it's only 1-0, they come forward again. Try and fire one in, but it's into the side netting. Now a long throw from the keeper. Upfield, the head on. Very clever that, making use of the tall man. Now a shot just wide. They haven't had too many shots, Moldova, but that's one of the few. Now Poland coming away. They're very adept at this. Moldova coming away. The ball out on the left. Good save with his feet, that by Lishik. And there we are, the second goal. 23 minutes, a lovely ball forward, and it's Nabisky there, the man putting the ball in. 2-0 Poland. Forward again. And a chance that goes just wide of the post. Here they come again. Ball, there it is, just wide of the post. Now on the left-hand side, trying to get the ball across, so close to reaching that. was Safransky. There he is. Couldn't quite reach it. As Poland come away again. They come away with great authority. Quick kick in. Ball, and as easy as anything, on the half hour, Poland 3-0, and it's that man, Dubicki, again. He's after his hat-trick. Certainly after a hat-trick. He'd love one, wouldn't he? Ball, high ball upfield. Is this his chance? He's there on hand. No. No, in the end, he can't get it away. That was Glinski there trying to make room down the left-hand side. And there from nowhere, Dubicki from range, managing to find a way in. 4-0. Well, that was a near miss there for Moldova, doing their best to get in the game. And the ball comes in, the head comes across, and there it is, a consolation goal, it has to be said. 38 minutes gone, and it's 4-1 to Poland.
So a convincing win for Poland against Moldova there. We know it will be a Russia-Poland final. A kick-off here at 9 o'clock this evening, and I think that might be a goal for Greece in this third place playoff. They are playing Moldova at the moment here as we build up to the final. The Greece fans have really been enjoying their time here. We already see them, of course, playing against England, losing against Russia, but they might still be winning a medal here this evening. Unfortunately, one of the teams who didn't make it as far as Poland, Russia and Greece were Pakistan. But lovely to say Shahroze has joined us from Leisure Leagues Pakistan. I guess it was great for you to be part of this competition and to grow as part of this tournament.
Absolutely, Emma. It was fantastic, the atmosphere, the environment, and the team got to know participating in a tournament which has so many nations around. So it's perfect. I mean, it's all the communities bringing together. Pakistan is one of them. You know, just having the flag of Pakistan being waved in the stadium is very, it's very good.
I think we've just heard, so Greece getting the bronze medal here, so that will cheer up the fans. What have you seen here that maybe you can take back to Pakistan in growing the six-a-side football, five-a-side, seven-a-side as well?
Yeah, I think more of the professionalism the coaches show over here. We need more of the coaching and more of the academies, because the difference between European and Asian, I say, Pakistani football is, I think we lack some of the technical abilities and proper coaching in academies. So I think setting up what Leisure Leagues is doing in Pakistan is from the grassroots level. We are trying to manage and maintain and have organized leagues for people who want to play football. And then through that, obviously, the talent would come out. And then having a better team, and inshallah we hope next year Pakistan will be coming up with a better team, and we have learned a lot from different teams over here. If I were to mention some names, that would be Russia, Poland, I think France, Hungary. These were the teams who were so well coordinated, so well, I would say, developed and technically practiced that showed on the pitch. Their coordination, their cohesiveness, that was perfect. So next time around, in the next World Cup, inshallah, we hope to bring a better team of Pakistan in the World Cup and surprise everyone.
Well, what about the attention that this tournament has had in Pakistan, and maybe whether you're going to be able to find those players for the next tournament?
Yes, exactly. You don't really get many chances like this, especially in Pakistan. If like Leisure Leagues is, getting these players around, and whenever we talk about Socca World Cup with players and teams playing in Leisure Leagues, this is something that sells. Every footballer has, every aspiring footballer, a young player, would want to participate in Socca World Cup. And then through the platform of Leisure Leagues, we are the only platform in Pakistan which is providing this particular opportunity to those young footballers. And I think this is the best platform to showcase your talent, and you just come over here, you show them whatever you got, and then the best team wins. This is something which is very, very, very motivating for players who are playing in Pakistan, because we don't have many international tournaments and events going on, and six-a-side you're working especially on sixer side to maintain and develop leagues across the country to get best players out of them.
Well, let's hope that's an inspiration to all of you. If you're playing six-a-side football at the moment, who knows, you might be playing in the Soccer World Cup this time next year. The final, though, this time around is Russia against Poland. It kicks off at 9 o'clock local time here. You can watch the game on our YouTube channel, the International Socca Federation YouTube channel. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's worked on the programmes throughout this tournament. Enjoy the final. I'm sure you will. Goodbye.